Hello, welcome to my channel again. Today I'm going to make a hidden paperclip, and as you can see here, the paperclip is hidden in the middle between the papers. And today I'm going to show you how I did it. There's a lot of tutorials on the internet, so you can watch everybody else's own also if you want to. Everybody has his own manner of making it. This is the way I do it, and that is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to use Maremi's FAIRIES in Bloom, and I'm going to take some illustrations out of there. You can see I've already used the Halloweeny, and this is how we start. Those are later, I'm going to use it later to put the ribbon through. And what we basically need is a strip. And the strip, you have to cut it. We have, let me see, it's an A4 that I'm using, so it's 30 centimeters or 11 3/4 inches, but you are gonna cut it, the width is going to be 1/7/8. I'm using 2-inch here, so that I have a variety of sizes, because I have 1/7/8 inches here already. And first of all, you have to score it in the middle. So the middle is either 15 centimeters or 5/7/8 inch. So that is the first one. Then on both sides, I make it equal, and that means that at 2/7/8 you're gonna score it on both sides, and in centimeters it's 7.5 centimeters. I will also write it in the description box so you can see it, but that is where you score it. And the hidden paperclip, as you can see, the paperclip is in the middle, and when you fold it throughout the middle, then you fold it again, then you turn it like I'm doing it here now. And I'm making sure that my fold is really good and sharp. So the scoreboard can go. You see the middle piece now, and the middle piece that you are seeing here, that is the middle piece that you are going to decorate, because the outer flaps on both sides is going to be folded in. So if you decorate that, you will not see it. So from the fairy bloom, I'm taking a toadstool, but I didn't like that toadstool. So I'm taking here the green one because I like it. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to rip it. And the piece that I rip, I'm going to also rip it out. And that is the way that I am going to use it or want to use it. And after this one, I'm still going to look for the back side for one. And the toadstool is coming on the back side or front side, whichever way you want to use it. And then this flower, there's a flower inside that I'm also gonna take, and I'm also taking it out or ripping it out. And I want to keep it mainly simple because I'm going to use the bow again, and the bow is already big, so I don't want to put too many things. I want to keep my paper clip, hidden paper clip, I want to keep it simple this time. So that's what I want to do. Now, you can see the piece that I tore out. This is how I'm gonna adhere it on my hidden paper clip paper. You adhere it on both sides. Don't forget to turn the paper around, because if you close it, otherwise it will be upside down. The image will be upside down. So turn it around and then paste it. I needed to take a little bit of the top off again, because it was a little bit too big. And also this one, I'm gonna adhere it. I'm using the Dutch Doobie-Doo glue. So once it is adhered and I've taken all the extra glue underneath out, I'm cutting off the edges from the paper that is hanging over it. And actually you can do all these ones when you've already made the hidden paper clip, but I find this one easier, and especially because I want to put the bow there, then it's going to be bulky and it's not going to be easy to stick something down on the other side of the paper, or even work on the paper when you have to do it first. And I also want to hide the back from my pin where the ribbon is going through. So that's why I'm doing this one first. So now I'm thinking which color I want to use. I'm making sure it's also all the way flat, so that's why I'm rubbing it again. And first I want to stamp a little bit, so I'm using the iced spruce. From the Distress Oxide, the ice spruced, and I'm taking the stamp here and the stencil that I want to use. I'm just looking if I'm gonna be okay with it. I first want to stamp, and then I'm going to use the stencil, and I'm gonna rub paint through it. But first I'm going to stamp, so I'm checking the stamps that I'm having. And the one that I'm using is also from Maremi's stamp set, and it's called Mats. So if you check her website, because this one is from the beginning when she was just doing the stamps, that I bought it. So it is Mats that I'm using, and I'm stamping it on both sides. and you can see it matches the background, because that one is also a little bit in grayish. So I'm stamping both sides, and when I finish the stamping, that's when I use the stencil. So I'm taking the diamond stencil, is also from Maremi's. And it's called Diamond. And since I'm not going to do very much on my hidden paper clip, I'm going to use paint. And immediately when I took the paint, I saw this shimmer paint. It's a green shimmer paint. It's a little bit metallic, and I'm going to use that. So I'm shaking it well, so that the glitters come out well also. And then with a sponge, I pick up a little bit of paint. And I'm looking for the dabber here, the sponge. Found it. So I want to use it now. Put the paint, load it with the paint, and then I'm going with the stencil. I'm going in with the stencil, and not all over the place, just on a few spots. And a little bit of paint that I put is enough for both sides, is even too much. But this with the stamping and the stenciling and the picture is all coming together, and it's already looking very nice. Once I've done that, I have to dry off to clean up my surface, so I don't get it anywhere else on my paper where I don't want it. The rest I don't need it anymore, because this is enough, and I don't want to do the edges. If you want, you can do you, but for this particular one, I don't want to distress the edges. So now I'm taking the piece where my ribbon is going to go in, and it's a split pen. So I'm just checking on which side I want it, if I want it on the flower side or on the toadstool side. And I love the toadstool mushroom, the color, the way it is. So I'm leaving it like that, and I decided to use it on the flower side because the stem is thin already, and it's the flower that we really want to see. And if I put it on the side of the toadstool, then half of the toadstool is not going to be visible anymore, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm checking for a ribbon now. I have some blues with greens on this one, and I decided to go with the dark one because it matches with the toadstool. trying to take it off. And I'm cutting off enough, actually a little bit too much of what I think that I need, because you still have to make a bow. And I have I've rather want too much than I have too little. And you can see now why I want to make the hidden paper clip at the last, because now I can just hide everything inside and it's not going to be visible on the outside or in the way. So I'm placing my split pen where I think I want it. Then I'm making the hole. I'm sorry, I'm out of the camera side. Putting the split pen in. And then I'm securing it on the back side. Opening the pins, folding them down with my split pen tool. And then I'm taking my double-sided tape and I'm tearing a little bit off that will fit into that space there that I have. And I'm just putting it over the split pen so it doesn't go away. I'm still going to use glue, but this is going to help me also with the ribbon. And the split pen that doesn't move. You will see later that I put the split pen a little bit too tight so that I cannot put the ribbon from behind, so I have to loosen it a little bit. So first I'm starting on the other side. Because that one is secured, I'm trying to see if I can still get it in without loosening the back. But as you can see, I'm fumbling and trying and it's not working. So I'm loosening the split pen a little bit on the back. And not all the way, just a little bit. I just need enough space to put the ribbon through. And then once the ribbon is through, close it in the back again. Oops, fell out of my hand. So now it is through, as you can see. Going back to the back again, closing it and putting my double-sided tape back on it again. And then I'm loosening it on one side. And the part there that I've opened, I'm putting the ribbon so it doesn't slip away. Now I can tie my bow the way I want to tie. And I'm just making 2 loops. Trying to make 2 loops. And then tie those 2 loops together. Tighten it. And then later, when it's all tight, you can loose them again and then make the bow, the ribbon the way you want it. So if you want the loops to be very big, you can leave them big. But if you want them smaller, you can make them smaller, and you can do it as many times as you like. You see me here folding the loops, tightening it. and not everything works the first time, also not for me. So as you can see here, now it is tightened, and I'm losing it again by pulling the long ribbons and then tighten it back every time with the loops until I have the loops the way I want them. I don't want very big loops, and I don't want the loops to overlap the paper, so I just want it to be within the paper, the width. So I'm tightening it now, putting my loops in place, and then the ribbons under, bring them all the way under. And I'm bringing them down. And because they didn't want to stay the way I want it, okay, first I'm going to cut the ribbon, the length that I want, and then with the lighter I heat the side up. It melts a little bit away, so you will not get all those small threads loosening. This way it will stay. And because I want my ribbon to stay the way I want it, the two for down, I'm using a piece of double-sided tape, putting it under the ribbons, and I'm folding this double-sided tape because it was too big. So that's why I just folded it so it's double. But because it's a small piece, I can't get it well opened. But once I've got it opened, then I take the sticky part, I stick it out, and then I place it on top of that split pen. So here I'm placing it, taking the upper part off. That's more easier. And then I'm fastening them on that little piece of double-sided tape. You have to hold it a little bit. So once I've done that, now I can start to make the hidden paper clip. As you can see here how I put it, you have to make sure that the band on one side is on the inside. At least that is what I always do. And the paper clips, it doesn't have a size, it doesn't say the size, but it's not the smallest size, it's the middle one. You can see me checking the way I want it. The smaller part goes on the outside and the bigger part goes on the inside. And then what I do, I use double-sided tape to keep it in place. You don't have to, but I do. I find it easier. And then you can, with a bone folder, or yeah, here I'm doing it with my hook, make sure that the paper clip is secured and tight between between the double-sided tape, and I'm really pressing it down, checking if everything is okay, and it is. So I'm opening it again, and then I can put my glue. So taking off the back from the double-sided tape, and putting my glue on top. It also helps with sticking the paper when I turn it. It helps it, but this way I can still fumble a little bit because the glue is there. Making sure that the glue is all over the place, and everything that comes out on the side I will just take it off with a damp baby wipe. And then this part is the first flap that you've made. So this is how it looks like when it's folded. Then the other part that I'm folding now also have to go on the inside, but as you can see, you put it behind the paper clip so it will stay. Now you don't have to glue that part, but I don't like it when it is always going to the right and to the left, so I glue it. And the glue, I will put it on the middle part first. I'm using my double-sided tape again. And it doesn't need much double-sided tape, just a little bit so it will hold. So I'm putting it on both sides. And basically I'm going to do the same thing, take off the back, put the glue so I can still wiggle it, and then the flap I can push it under the part of the paper clip. And you just press it. And it will stay in place. Careful when you are turning it and trying to place it so it doesn't so here I'm pressing and you see the glue coming out on the sides. I'm taking it off with the damp baby wipe. And you can see with all my fumbling, the ribbon doesn't stay on its place. So I now had to put a little bit of glue in between so that it will stay. If you are not that fussy, then it doesn't matter. Then you can just leave it the way you want it. But me, I want the ribbons to fall down. And because I'm filming now and I have to show everything well, I couldn't press I didn't press the ribbon enough in the beginning, so it will stay. So that's what I'm doing now. And this is all. Your hidden paper clip is finished. So I want to thank you again for watching my video once more. I do hope you consider to like, subscribe and share the video. It helps me to move the video up, and I'll be very grateful to you. So this is it. You can see I have all of them together now, and you can use them wherever you want to use them. You don't have to use them in your art journal. You can put papers between, stickers between to hold, but you have a front and a back side. That's what I like mostly about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you the next time. Bye!